Hey everyone, I need to tell you something before we start today that I have been sitting with for almost 3 weeks, and that has been genuinely occupying my thoughts every single day since it happened. I was invited to a private collector event in Stuttgart, the kind of event where the guest list has fewer than 25 names on it, and every single one of those names belongs to someone who has dedicated a significant portion of their life and their resources to the preservation and celebration of the greatest automobiles that Germany has ever produced. And in the center of that room, under a single dramatic spotlight that the event organizers had clearly positioned with enormous care and enormous intention, was a car that made every single person in that room stop talking simultaneously. Not gradually, simultaneously, mid-sentence, mid-conversation. The moment the cover came off the 2026 Mercedes-Benz 170S W191 Cabriolet in metallic red with cream ivory leather, the room went completely silent. And it stayed silent for longer than I have ever experienced. Silence in a room full of people who love cars. And then one of the most respected automotive collectors in Europe, a man who owns 17 significant pre-war Mercedes-Benz automobiles, and who is not given to emotional language under any circumstances, said very quietly and very simply, "This is why we do this. That is where we are starting today. And that is why you need to watch every single second of what comes next." Now I need to give you some context about the Mercedes-Benz 170S W19 Bud, because understanding what this car was in 1950 changes everything about what its return in 2026 means. The original 170S was introduced in 1949 and represented something that is almost impossible to fully appreciate from the perspective of 2026. It was the first new Mercedes-Benz automobile produced after the Second World War. The first car that emerged from a company that had been completely destroyed, factories bombed, workforce scattered, leadership dismantled, and that somehow found the will and the engineering intelligence to begin again. The 170S was not just a car, it was a resurrection. It was the proof that everything that had made Mercedes-Benz great before the war, the engineering integrity, the design intelligence, the commitment to quality above everything else, had survived intact. And the Cabriolet version of the 170S was the most beautiful expression of that resurrection. An open-top, 4-seat luxury automobile of such complete elegance and such complete dignity that it immediately told the world that Mercedes-Benz was back. And now in 2026, Mercedes-Benz is bringing it back again, in metallic red, with cream ivory leather. And the story it is telling is every bit as powerful and every bit as moving as the story the original told in 1950. The reaction from the Mercedes-Benz collector community and the broader classic car world has been unlike anything attached to a Mercedes announcement in the modern era. Owners of original 170S Cabriolets, people who have kept these cars in museum-quality condition for decades because they understood their historical significance and their extraordinary beauty, have been responding with an emotional intensity that is completely unusual for people who are normally careful and measured in their public statements. The Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart, which houses one of the most significant automotive collections in the world, has given this revival its public endorsement. Automotive historians who have written the definitive books on Mercedes-Benz history have been calling this the most faithful and most completely realized classic revival that the brand has ever undertaken. That level of institutional and expert social proof is something that simply cannot be manufactured or engineered. It can only be earned by a product that genuinely deserves every word of it. So let us walk around this extraordinary automobile, starting at the front, where the 2026 Mercedes-Benz 170S Cabriolet in metallic red makes its first and most completely commanding and most emotionally overwhelming impression. The front of this car is one of the most beautiful automotive sights I have ever personally encountered. The long, sculpted hood stretches away from the front grille in a magnificent horizontal sweep, wide and strong and perfectly proportioned in that classic pre-war and immediate post-war Mercedes tradition that defined what a luxury automobile's front end should look like for an entire generation of automotive designers worldwide. The grille is tall and proud and precisely detailed, the classic Mercedes-Benz upright grille in its most faithful and most beautifully executed modern interpretation, finished in polished chrome of extraordinary quality that catches the metallic red body reflected in it in the most spectacular way. The headlights sit in beautifully detailed chrome nacelles on either side, round and clear and completely period correct. flanking the grille with a symmetry and a dignity that is simply without equal in the contemporary automotive world. In metallic red, a finish of extraordinary depth and warmth that moves between deep crimson and rich burgundy and warm wine in different light conditions. The front of this car is genuinely one of the most beautiful things that the automotive world has produced in the modern era. It stops people completely, every time, moving around the sides. And this is where the 2026 170S Cabriolet reveals the full glory of its design intelligence and the full magnificence of its proportions. The body is long and sweeping, generously long in the classic pre-war proportional tradition, with separate front and rear fenders that flow from the wheel arches in those beautiful pontoon curves that defined the most elegant European coachwork of the late 1940s and early 1950s. In metallic red, those fender curves catch light in this extraordinary way, creating these wonderful pools of deep red and bright crimson that shift and change as you walk around the car, giving the body this alive, three-dimensional quality that flat-surface modern cars simply cannot achieve. The running boards between the front and rear fenders are beautifully detailed in chrome. The door lines are long and elegant. The convertible roof in a deep black fabric of exceptional quality sits folded behind the rear seat in its classic stacked position, adding a beautiful visual rhythm to the rear deck that is completely and authentically 1950 in its character. The wire-spoke wheels and polished chrome against the metallic red body are simply spectacular, one of the most period-correct and most visually satisfying wheel treatments on any automobile currently in production. The rear of the 2026 Mercedes-Benz 170S Cabriolet in metallic red is where the car delivers its most poetic and most completely satisfying visual conclusion. The rear fenders sweep up and over the rear wheels in those beautiful pontoon curves that mirror the front fenders, creating a visual harmony and a completeness of design that gives the car this wonderful sense of being a total composition rather than a collection of individual elements. The taillights are round and beautifully detailed in their classic positions on the rear fender tops. The chrome trunk handle and hinges are precisely executed. The Mercedes-Benz star sits centered on the trunk lid, with that quiet, absolute confidence that only 75 years of automotive excellence can produce. And in metallic red, under any light condition, morning sun, afternoon shade, the warm glow of evening light, or the drama of artificial light at night, the rear of this car is simply one of the most completely and most timelessly beautiful automotive views available to human eyes in 2026. Now let us step inside, and this is the moment that the 25 people in that Stuttgart room reacted to most powerfully. The cream ivory leather interior of the 2026 Mercedes-Benz 170S Cabriolet is not simply the most beautiful interior choice for this specific car. It is the only correct interior choice. Cream ivory leather inside a metallic red open cabriolet is the combination that defined the visual and sensory language of the greatest European luxury automobiles of the late 1940s and early 1950s. It is warm and luminous, and completely enveloping the cream leather, filling the cabin with a soft, rich light that makes every occupant feel like they are sitting inside something genuinely precious. Against the metallic red exterior visible over the door tops and through the windscreen, the contrast is simply spectacular, one of the most emotionally powerful and most completely beautiful automotive interior and exterior combinations that exists at any price point in the current market. The moment that long, elegant door opens with a weight and a precision that communicates engineering integrity at the most fundamental level, and you step up and settle into the front seat, you enter a world of cream ivory leather of extraordinary quality. Every surface, seat faces, door panels, dashboard top, door cappings is covered in this magnificent leather stitch with absolute precision in warm tan thread that adds craftsmanship detail at every point. The seats are wide and deeply cushioned in the classic European luxury tradition, supportive and comfortable in equal measure, shaped with the gentle, unhurried confidence of a time when seat design was considered a craft rather than a manufacturing challenge. The rear seats are genuinely accommodating, wide and properly cushioned, offering the kind of rear seat experience that made the original 170S Cabriolet so celebrated as a chauffeur-driven luxury automobile for the most discerning European clients of its era. The dashboard is a masterwork of period-correct elegance. A wide, beautifully padded top rail in cream ivory leather runs the full width of the cabin above a polished walnut veneer instrument panel. Face warm and rich and absolutely right. Round instruments sit in beautifully detailed chrome bezels directly ahead of the driver, large and clear and classically proportioned. The steering wheel is large and elegant, a classic fin rim design in polished chrome and cream ivory leather with a chrome horn ring. The wood veneer continues across the door cappings and the center console. Chrome details on every control and every fitting add brilliance and period authenticity throughout. And the overall atmosphere. Cream ivory leather in every direction, warm walnut wood, polished chrome, an open sky above when the roof is down is one of the most completely and most timelessly beautiful automotive interior experiences available in 2026. The powertrain for the 2026 Mercedes-Benz 170S Cabriolet is a naturally aspirated 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine. Honoring the original 170S engine configuration with philosophical fidelity while delivering contemporary performance appropriate for 2026 road conditions, producing approximately 195 horsepower in a body of genuine classic proportions and dimensions. Smooth and refined and beautifully suited to the unhurried grand touring character of this automobile. 0 to 60 in approximately 7.2 seconds. Numbers that completely miss the point of this car, because the point of this car has never been speed. The point is the experience of traveling in complete elegance and complete comfort in one of the most beautiful open automobiles ever built. And the 2026 170S Cabriolet delivers that experience more completely and more faithfully than anything else available at any price in the contemporary automotive market. Pricing is expected to start between $125,000 and $145,000 for the base Cabriolet configuration, positioning this as a genuine collector automobile of the highest order. Fully specified examples in metallic red with the complete cream ivory leather interior are expected to approach $175,000. Production will be strictly and intentionally limited. Mercedes-Benz has confirmed fewer than 400 units annually for the global market, and the metallic red with cream ivory specification is the most requested combination by an enormous margin at every preview event and dealer consultation held so far. Deliveries begin in the first quarter of 2026. The collectors and the Mercedes devotees who understand what this car represents are already on waiting lists. The window to secure exactly this car in exactly this specification is open right now. Based on everything being reported from Stuttgart and from the global dealer network, it will not stay open long. The Mercedes-Benz 170S Cabriolet is back, metallic red and breathtaking outside, cream ivory leather and completely extraordinary inside. A naturally aspirated four-cylinder turning open roads into experiences. A convertible roof folded behind seats that could carry a family to the Italian coast in complete and unhurried elegance. This is the most historically significant, the most completely beautiful, and the most emotionally powerful automobile coming in 2026. Mercedes-Benz has honored their greatest chapter with something genuinely worthy of everything that chapter represents. Do not be the person who watched this video and then waited. Drop everything in the comments right now. Thumbs up if this moved you. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. I will see you in the next one, everybody. Take care.